Coming up on Grady News Source Live at 5, we'll look at how voter registration rallies affect upcoming elections and the recent arrest of a UGA football player in Athens-Clarke County. Then, we'll see how Hurricane Ian affects North Georgia and how the governor plans to prepare. And later, we'll be joined by News Source reporter Wynn Andrews to premiere his solution story about how an Athens nonprofit distributes fruit to combat hunger and food waste. All of this and more on Grady News Source. Thanks, Aria. Well, it's official. The Houston Astros are once again World Series champions. They defeated the Philadelphia Phillies in Game 6 on Saturday. This comes 5 years after the Astros last won the World Series. Now, the UGA-Tennessee game was not the only notable matchup in college football. The LSU Tigers defeated the Alabama Crimson Tide in an overtime victory that was nothing short of thrilling. The Tigers ended the game with a 2-point conversion, making the score 32-31. This right here will be the new location for the Agricultural Center, which is convenient for students at Madison County High School since it's just down the road from where they study every single day. Danielsville Floral Shop will be donating $2 for every bow that's purchased at their business. This money will go to the mental health awareness campaign run by Friends of Advantage. Tonight, keep your eyes on the sky. Jupiter will be the closest to Earth it has been in 59 years. This leaves a measly 367 million miles between the two planets. The gas giant will appear brighter and bigger in the sky, creating quite a spectacle. Those with a binocular or telescope could even catch a glimpse of the planet's bands or a few of its moons. Welcome back. I'm Sarah Train with your weather update. Starting things off with today's temperatures, we're dealing with a high of 66 and a low around 53 with a little bit of wind and some sunshine. And tomorrow it'll be a bit cloudier with a high of 65 and a low of 59 with about a 40% chance of rain. Now, for Veterans Day this Friday, the weather's not looking too good with about an 80% chance of rain and thunderstorms.
This is Dobby, a 6-year-old pit bull terrier whose family had to return to their home country, Bosnia, and unfortunately had to leave him behind. Dobby is just one of many pets awaiting a home at the Madison Oglethorpe Animal Shelter in Danielsville, Georgia. Dogs and cats alike are brought in as rescues, strays, and in Dobby's case, surrendered animals. Erica Hendricks, the volunteer and foster coordinator, says that the overcrowding and underfunding has led the shelter to make some tough decisions.
You know, right now our adult dogs are free and our cats are buy one, get one. And that sounds wonderful, but it doesn't always bring out the best of adopters.
Because of the low cost, Hendricks states that the shelter loses profit because of the amount of vetting they give the animals, and the amount of food dwindles.
Our budget for food this year is ridiculous. I had to put out a plea on Facebook for kitten food earlier. As fast as we're ordering it, we're running out.
Just around 15 miles south from the shelter, Varsha Ramachandra is a volunteer at the Athens-Clarke County Animal Services, which works directly with Madison Oglethorpe's animal shelter as much as they can.
It's really helpful to have that huge UGA population, and we try our best to also work with Madison Oglethorpe, but because it's 30 minutes away, most students don't want to drive.
While the conditions are not the most desirable, Madison Oglethorpe is hopeful and insists that no animal will be left behind. For Grady News Source, I'm Sarah Train. If you spend enough time driving through Madison County, you'll see at least one or more of these wooden ramps attached to various homes. More than likely, these were built by a group of volunteers from the Madison County Rotary Club. Founded in 1995, the club started out as a food delivery service called Meals on Wheels and then developed into a much bigger idea.
Somebody that was delivering came up on this house that he was delivering meals to, and he watched the man crawl out of his truck and crawl into his house. And he had polio.
Edward Brown, the chairman of the RAMP program, says they do it for 2 reasons. First, to help people of old age in the county that need help getting in and out of their homes.
The other thing is, if there's an emergency at a residence, we want to make sure that the people in the residence can get out, or EMTs can get in easily and get out.
Many members of the Rotary Club were once recipients themselves, or had family members who were in desperate need of a ramp.
And they came out about 2 years ago and put a ramp in. And now my wife cannot go up or down steps, so the ramp is really invaluable to us.
When building the ramps, Brown states that the club must abide by the regulations and limitations stated in the American Disability Act.
For every inch off the ground, where you're going to do the ramp from, the ramp has to be that many feet long. You don't want it too steep.
While volunteers build ramps every week, Kimsey says it can be a challenge to fulfill everyone's needs.
We get probably 2, sometimes 3 requests for ramps a week. With us only doing 1 a week, there's just no way we can keep up.
With all the work that the Rotary Club does for their peers, it's no wonder that the community shows their support.
We take donations. The donations help us. If somebody wants to pay for the materials, that helps us do the next one and the next one and the next one.
For Grady News Source, I'm Sarah Train. As Halloween night approaches, many children are getting ready to dress up as some of their favorite things, like a pirate or a fairy. However, 12-year-old Lucy Duran has other plans. Last year, Lucy started her own Halloween costume clothing closet for anyone who wants to donate old costumes to children who want or need one.
Our family has always been really into Halloween, and we've always really enjoyed dressing up and celebrating. And so we know that sometimes there are kids whose families don't have the means to get them costumes.
Duran recently posted on Facebook about the costume closet and received numerous donations, giving Lucy and her mom the opportunity to go out and buy costumes themselves and then donate them. Once she's done collecting, they are brought here to Comer Elementary, where they are available to students in need.
She was always thinking of other people and just always really impressed with her. And after she left Comer and started the middle school, when her mom contacted me, I was not surprised at all that she had this drive to help others and help her community.
When asked about her favorite part, Lucy said it's all in the work.
I appreciate how much people are always willing to help us to just support the kids here, and it's just really fun.
The fun begins this Thursday when Lucy plans to drop off all her costumes at the school. For Grady News Source, I'm Sarah Train.